Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today we are in my kitchen. I am doing a what I eat in a day. I figured that enough of you have requested this video, which feels like forever since I filmed my last one. So today is the day I'm going to get it done. So right now, basically the only things that I am following when it comes to my eating is that I am in a slight caloric deficit. I feel like I'm always in a deficit when I film these things and I don't even mean to do it. Trust me, I am not always in a deficit. I've spent the majority of the last 12 years of lifting not being in a deficit. Please don't live in a deficit, but it just happens to be right now that I currently am in one, and I'm also prioritizing my protein intake. So I am currently aiming for anywhere between 125 to 150 grams of protein daily, which is 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. So that is definitely my goal. I obviously like to aim for the higher end, but as long as I get 125 grams in, I'm fine with that. I know what my main focus is as far as my calories and my protein. Other than that, I eat when I'm hungry, I stop when I'm full, and I eat what I have on hand or whatever I'm craving, and I just fit it into my calories when I can. So I just got back from the gym and I actually train fasted now, which is something newer from my last What I Eat in a Day videos. The only reason that I train fasted now is because I discovered that I have something called non-allergic rhinitis, which basically means that I get post-nasal drip, runny nose, nausea feeling after eating, and it is significantly heightened in the morning right when I wake up and for the first few hours of my day. And so for the last few years, actually every time I'd go to the gym and train, I was dealing with these allergy-like symptoms and I just felt gross. I felt a hot mess, and it took me about 30 to 45 minutes into my training session every single time I worked out until I felt normal and my nose would stop running. And I finally was just like, enough is enough. I'm going to try training fasted, and I am in love. I'm so glad. I don't feel miserable anymore when I train. I feel light, I feel airy, and it's called non-allergic rhinitis because it's not triggered by anything specifically, literally anything and everything. I could eat a piece of lettuce, I could eat a Big Mac. It doesn't matter. It will trigger it regardless. That is why I just choose to just not eat until I've finished training, and I've been doing it now for quite a while, and it has significantly changed my life and made me just feel so much better. Eating in the morning used to be such a chore and something I did not look forward to, and now I can enjoy my days and eat and feel much better about it. So since I don't eat for the first few hours of my day, I definitely work up an appetite after my training sessions. So I always pack a protein bar in my gym bag. I already ate it because I'm already back from the gym. I eat this on the way home. I had a Quest cookies and cream bar. They reformulated and redid their recipe for their bars. If you haven't tried them recently, I highly recommend trying them again. They're so much better now. And so this is how I always kick off my eating for the day, is with a protein bar, unless it's a rest day. But after training days, I always have a protein bar. So the first thing I'm going to be eating today is a chicken pita wrap and some homemade fries. So I'm actually going to show you guys how I make that now. I have been obsessed with them lately. I have it literally every day, and I'm probably going to have it every day until I'm literally sick of it. I am definitely one of those people where I just get the foods I like. I eat them literally to the ground until it makes me literally nauseous to think about eating it again. And then I just cycle through to some new recipes and new things. So right now, that's what I'm currently eating. So let's go ahead and get that going. Now, I like to peel my potatoes for my fries, but you don't have to. If you prefer to have the skin on it, you can. I just like to peel them. So you wanna go ahead, run it and fill it up with cold water and with some ice, and then I just set mine in the fridge for around 30 minutes before taking them out and patting them completely dry. So while the fries are in the ice bath, turn your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit so that can be ready to go by the time your fries are done ready to go. I went and made some chicken as well while I've been waiting. I used garlic powder, onion powder, olive oil, and all-purpose Greek seasoning. This is the one that I used. literally obsessed. I've been using this my entire life. It's so good. It's also a really great condiment replacer as well. If you're trying to like cut back on calories, but you still want some flavor to your food, sprinkle a little bit of that on top of rice and meats and veggies and salads. So you could use that as a condiment replacer, but I seasoned my meat with that. And now I'm going to go and rinse, wash, cut some lettuce and get this prepped and ready for the wraps as well. By the time that's done, the fries should be ready to go. So I'll go ahead and pull them out, drain them, completely pat them dry, make sure they're completely dry. Then I'm going to spray them with olive oil, put whatever seasonings you like on them, toss them around, lay them out flat on a baking sheet, put them in the oven. So I have my fries all laid out here on these trays. If you have parchment paper, put that down first. I'm just out, so I just laid them straight on the pan like this, and they're ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna set the timer to 40, but I'm gonna start keeping an eye on it at 30 minutes. And when you're finished, this is the final result. So I have 2 potatoes worth of fries here. They were like medium-ish sized potatoes. I have this pita wrap I use is the Joseph's Flax Oat brand whole wheat. That's the pita wrap I use. There's 6 grams of protein in 1 pita with this. I then took a handful of lettuce, tossed it with some light ranch and a 1/4 cup of mozzarella shredded cheese. Mix that all together, and this is the final result, and it is so delicious. I cannot wait to eat this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little messy because I really like to stuff my wraps, but the messiest food is the best food. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's too much chicken in that bite. Your first bite has to be perfect. Stuff that there. Okay. Oh, big bite. And the fries. So good. I'm gonna eat this and then I'll check back in a little bit with my next snack or meal. Alrighty guys, checking in again, just sitting here on the computer, and I wanted to show you my next snack. So I just grabbed a chocolate peanut butter protein bar, 12 grams of protein in this, and then a Dannon Light and Fit protein strawberry drink, 10 grams of protein in this. So this will be my next little snack to hold me over. And then I'm going to show you guys how I make my protein smoothie because I'm really craving one. So I know I'm gonna make it, and I figured I'd show you guys how I do that. So I'm gonna be making that in a little bit once I finish what I'm doing here. Hey guys, okay, so I just got back from my walk. I wanted to finish out most of my steps for the day before the sun finished setting, so I got that out of the way, and now I'm ready for that protein smoothie I was telling you guys about. So this is everything that you're going to need. You're gonna need a cup of frozen blueberries, 4 to 5 frozen strawberries, a serving of PB Fit or whatever nut butter you would like, a scoop of protein powder of your choosing. I know everybody's picky and has their own that they like. Vanilla works really well with this recipe, but this one is double rich chocolate, and this one works really good too. So I'm using a scoop of this, and then a cup of whatever milk of your choosing. I like to use a higher protein milk, so I am using Fairlife. If you don't like cow's milk, I have another alternative. You can use this milk here. This is by the brand Silk, and it's 10 grams of protein per serving, and it's almond and cashew. So whichever, your milk preferences, these two are really great options. So this is everything that you are going to need to make a delicious protein smoothie. Sometimes I will also add in some ground flaxseed, but I just don't feel like having that in there today, to be honest. So this is basically the basis of my protein smoothies, and obviously sometimes I'll change up the protein flavor or the types of fruits I use, but this is pretty much the gist of it. Those are little tiny ones. I'm gonna add in a couple extra. These are like little babies. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of water, just to help thin it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and depending on the consistency, I'll add more or less water to help it thin out to the consistency I like. I feel like I'm back in my bartending days. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I think it's all blended up. Check the consistency. Oh, perfect. Yeah, making a little bit of a mess. That's okay, nothing you can't clean up. Give it a little taste test. Delicious. And here's my final meal of the day. 4 ounces of ground lean turkey. This is a 93.7, I believe. A serving of basmati rice and a little mix of veggies. I have zucchini, squash, cauliflower, and broccoli. I also topped it with that Greek seasoning I was telling you about for a little extra flavor. So this is going to be my last meal of the night. But I do always end up having a sweet tooth. I love to end my night with something sweet. So I'm sure I'll probably be checking back in and not ending the video here. Told you guys I would be back with a sweet treat. So I'm going to end my night with a Nature's Bakery brownie. These are so delicious. You have to try them if you haven't. They're always sold out at the Walmart I go to because they're so good. But definitely try these out if you haven't before. They look like this. So I'm gonna eat this and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think my protein intake today was around 165 grams, which is definitely on the higher end. I told you guys at the beginning of the video that I usually aim for 125 to 150, but today ended up being more than that. So I'm not mad about it at all. I take that as a win because some days I'm really lacking on my protein intake, but getting in a sufficient amount of protein dependent on your goals is really not that challenging as long as you are aware of your intake and also plan ahead. So when I go to the grocery store, all the snacks I pick out, everything, I make sure that I'm getting in some amount of protein with each and everything so that every time I do go and grab a snack throughout the day or make a meal throughout the day, I don't even have to think about it. I know that I'm getting in a good amount of protein from somewhere. And so that's just a little trick to make sure that you're hitting your protein intake every single day. It's definitely the macronutrient you want to focus on the most and making sure you're hitting, especially if your goal is to build muscle or even lose fat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. All my fits in today's video were from Gymshark. You can use the code HunterCP at checkout and that will save you some money. If you want structured gym training, you can check out my website down below as well. And I think that is it. So until the next one, bye guys.